on. All right, the microphone should be working. What's going on, you guys? What's popping? It's your boy Joe Castro, aka Philly Fresco, and it is another episode of Philly's Morning Joe. I am just waking up, you know what I'm saying? Well, not just waking up. I woke up like an hour or two ago, but still waking up, still getting the coffee in me. I know you guys are probably still getting up. Maybe you're at work, maybe you're at home, maybe you're at school. If you're at school, you probably shouldn't be listening to this. So, you know, I won't tell if you won't tell. But we got some things to talk about. Obviously, the Philadelphia Eagles go ahead and sign a veteran cornerback that can definitely help them. I mean, he's won a Super Bowl before. The rumors are that he was courting a lot of different teams, or a lot of different teams were courting him, wanted him on the team. He decided to come to Philadelphia to help us win a Super Bowl. He has been talking online to a lot of Eagles fans, so I'm excited to see what he does for the Eagles. He will be wearing number 33, but before we get into all that, how are y'all doing? How are y'all doing? How is y'all morning going? Obviously, we do have a poll, and it is based on Bradley Roby, man. And I want to know what you guys think. So far, we have 17 votes. And the question is simple. Is Bradley Roby enough? Is he going to be enough to solidify this secondary? I'll obviously give my answer towards the end. But so far, it's 53% are saying no. 47% are saying yes. So, you know, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. So far, we got 24 people in the building. What's going on, you guys? Who we got in here? We got MC in the building. We got Eric Stewart in the building. Who else we got? We got William Koza. There was somebody that was here before. We got Herb T in the building. KJ was in the building. First two people to comment. William Koza, I don't know what you said, but I don't know why you retracted it. What's going on, Berto? I appreciate you going back and watching those shows, man. I hope you enjoyed them. David, what's going on? He said, honestly, I feel like Roby will make life a little easier in the secondary. I don't know if it's a whole season fix, but it's a step in the right direction. I respect that. I think they should hurry and force feed him the playbook so he can start immediately, because Job isn't the man for the spot. We'll talk about Job. What's going on, Antonio? What's going on, Mark C? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. I'm great, Joe. What about yourself? I'm good. I am good. I am feeling good right now. Good morning, Philly C Sports. Wanted him after Denver traded before he went to Texas. Yeah, I mean, last year he was a little bit beat up. You know what I'm saying? He definitely had to deal with some injuries last year. I think he had 10 starts, which we'll talk about all that. I brought up some of the numbers and everything, so we can kind of talk about, you know, what we're getting in Bradley Roby. But I'm excited to have him. I think, like you said, it might not be a full season fix, but it could definitely help help right now at least. I like Job. But it gives you a veteran guy, and even if you want to start Job, even if you want to keep Job out there, at least you have a guy that you can throw out there on downs that you want. You know, Bradbury out there on the outside, and then now you have Roby on the inside. What's going on, Ewan? What's going on, Jose? Eagles are flying high, and the Phillies are in the hunt for Red October. Yeah, the Phillies 1-0, man. 12 to go, right? 12 there is a 13, something like that. Yeah, looking good, man. I'm a Yankees fan, but we are absolutely garbage. So I told my girl I will be rooting for the Phillies this year. It is what it is. What's going on, Ahmed? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, Ahmad. What's going on, Wyatt? What's up, Joe? Roby is a solid pickup, but how he isn't done yet. I don't believe he is. I'm a little bit disappointed. I want to see what the trade looks like, but J.C. Jackson just got traded to the Chargers. To the Chargers. So I want to see what that is, because honestly, we should have made that trade. I want to see what the trade is actually, what they gave up. It said pick swap. So if it's something crazy, I wish the Eagles would have done that, because J.C. Jackson is a dog. He's getting paid. Don't get me wrong, but he is a dog. William Koza says, I misspelled Roby's last name. I said he's a great addition. I think so too. Well, Eric says, good morning to you as well, Eagles lady. Dana in the building. I like the signing. It's hard to say yes or no until we see him out there, but we are depleted at the position and can't get any worse. I respect that. What's going on, King Dret? What's going on, Tebow? Take it to the bank. How we make a big move before the trade deadline. I think something's looming. I definitely think something's looming. I won't sit here and say it's going to be huge, but this can't be it. That's really where I'm at. This can't be it. It might be, though. Who knows? This might be the move that he makes. I like it. I do like the move. I think that he's a good player. And we'll get into that. We'll definitely get into that. But shout out to everybody in the chat already. Got 30 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. That's what we do. But look, we're going to start right off. I want to start with the defense. It's not going to be with Roby. We will get to Roby, I promise you guys. But I wanted to start with somebody that kind of shined last game, and not even really kind of. He went crazy. Nick Morrow. You see, I didn't call him Anthony today. Nicholas Morrow. This is Sean Desai talking about Nick Morrow and the game that he had. Obviously, 3 sacks. He was all over the field. I believe he was either first or second in tackles for the team. So he was just all over the field, had a great game for us, and had some key plays, right? Even going back to the Buccaneers game, I believe he's the one that made the tackle for the safety. So he's been having a good couple of weeks. They asked Sean Desai about Nicholas Morrow, and he had to say, I think he's communicated really well on the field. And that's a big job of the green dot guy, to make sure the calls get out. He's doing a good job of that. He's taking ownership of it. He's being loud, and then he's reacting well. He's trusting his instincts and trusting the game plan and trusting the coaching that Coach Elliott and Coach Carter have given him to go ahead and make plays and take his shots when he can. That's what you want to hear. You know, I wish they would have asked him straight up, like, what's going to go on with Nakobe Dean? Because, you know, it's going to be hard. We talked about this like a week ago, and I feel like we were a little bit ahead of the curve because now I see a lot of people talking about it. But, you know, we talked about this last week. Is Nakobe Dean going to have a job when he comes back? You know, and it's not no knock on Nakobe Dean. It's not saying that Nakobe Dean's trash and he doesn't deserve a spot, but I mean, Nicholas Morrow has played very well. So it's going to be hard for them to really take him off the field. I've said before, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing him and Nakobe Dean out there at the same time, but it's hard to take Zach Cunningham off the field. You know, we're in a good spot. We're definitely in a good spot. So it sucks if Dean doesn't get that job, you know, and it begs the question, what happens in the future, right? Like, what's going to happen? You obviously took a year off to kind of redshirt as a rookie, maybe get fully healthy. This year you got injured, you know, in the first game. You're not able to play, and then your backup comes in and does a great job. So I'm interested to see what happens in the future for Nakobe Dean, but unfortunately for Eagles fans, we can't really worry about that right now. Right now, we got to worry about what's happening right now. And right now, we got a good linebacker out there that's doing some work. So it's good to see. It definitely is good to see. This is a way better position than, you know, being in the spot where we're like, damn, we need Nakobe Dean back. How are we going to deal with this? So we're in a good spot. It is what it is. How do I feel about Claypool being traded to the Eagles rumor? I don't want that to happen at all. Look, Chase Claypool obviously beat us up when he was with the Steelers, right? He killed us when he was with the Steelers. But, you know, everything that's been happening, the Bears are a poop show. So you can maybe attribute his lack of motivation to that. And, you know, maybe the lack of leadership in that locker room. Maybe if you bring him around to A.J. Brown, around to Devontae Smith, around to Dallas Goedert, Jalen Hurts, obviously, maybe things change for him a little bit. But I tend to shy away from guys that have, you know, work ethic problems, right? Like he's not working hard. And I don't know if that's what I want on my team. So he's a good player. You know, he has the talent to be a great player in this league. And him at number 3 would be kind of crazy. But I don't think that it's worth it to give up, you know, assets right now for him. They seem like they're trying to get rid of him. He wasn't allowed back in the you know, locker room these past couple of days. So we'll see what happens, but I don't think the Eagles will be in on him. We'll see. I mean, maybe they will. A safety is definitely incoming. King Dread, I think so. I do think so. I would be shocked if this was it, to be 100% honest. Obviously, we've heard a lot of different rumors, whether it be, you know, Jeremy Chin, I feel like was a rumor kind of just made up by reporters, but, you know, we've seen that out there. We've seen Buda Baker, you know, have talked to the Eagles and stuff. So we'll see what happens. I think that the Eagles definitely are in the market. People have been talking about Bayard a lot. You know, maybe they are willing to move on from him, but it's going to be interesting to see what we do, what happens when Dean comes back. That's the thing, King Trouble. I mean, that's, you know, it's a good position to be in, but at this point, you got to play if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? If it's not, don't fix it if it ain't broken, or whatever the saying is. Like, I don't see a reason to really change right now. The linebackers have played very well. The defense, you know, for except for this past game, has played decently well. Obviously, the secondary is what we're kind of looking at now. So we'll see. No to Claypool. He will be a fourth option. Use Goddard more. I agree, Berto. I agree. Claypool is a locker room cancer. No, sir. Yeah, I mean, from what we've seen in, they had to, something had to happen in Pittsburgh for him to get ousted, right? Because he was on pace to be like their number one wide receiver, their receiver of the future, and then they give him up for a second round pick, which is a good haul. Don't get me wrong, because they drafted him in the second round. They got a higher pick than they drafted him at, but there's got to be something going on there. So I'm good. I'm all right. Maybe Dean and Ellis can split snaps. Morrow is just doing so well. Yeah, and that's another guy. Ellis. We were all really high on Ellis coming into this season. We haven't really seen much of him, so I'm cool with it. I mean, this is a good problem to have, to be honest. It is a good problem to have. Yeah, I'm honestly struggling with how I feel regarding Nakobe coming back. Morrow and Cunningham are playing so well together. It's going to be tough. Yeah, again, it's a good problem to have. I'm going to keep on going back to that because it is. It's not the end of the world. It sucks for somebody. It's going to suck for somebody because, if they pull Nicholas Morrow out of the starting lineup after what he's been doing, you might as well trade him, to be honest. I mean, and that might sound, a little bit hasty, but his value will not probably go up any higher than it is right now. And if you have no, plans on keeping him as your starter or at least getting real reps, I mean, you might as well get that value. Maybe Morrow is a guy that, since he's building his rep right now, you can put him together in a package for a guy like, Budda Baker, and you're not giving up a high draft pick. I don't know what happens. I don't want that to happen, but it's hard to just keep him on the bench when he's been playing so well. That's really where I'm at. Ellis is a good special teamer. Dean might have to go to special teams. That's a demotion, man. That's a like I said, it's a good problem to have, but it's definitely going to suck for somebody. Somebody's going to be upset. Somebody's going to get the short end of the stick. And if I had to choose right now, it probably would be Nakobe Dean. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I just think what Morrow has been able to do in this defense, I don't know, man. It's going to be hard. It's hard. It's a tough decision. It's a tough decision. Dean over Cunningham easily. Yeah, I mean, I would put Dean out there, but they do two different things, right? Like, Cunningham is more of just your sideline-to-sideline tackler. Dean, I mean, he can do that, but he's more of a guy in the middle. He's more of a guy that's going to play your Mike position and detect over the middle. I don't know. I really don't know. Thankfully, I don't get paid to make those decisions because that's going to be a very, very tough decision. And, it's a cop-out, but I'm glad I don't have to make that decision. Toby to practice squad. LOL. Josh Kobe getting 8. Josh Joby. All right, we're going to talk about it. Josh Joby has not been that bad. Josh Joby, I don't know, I get that you guys see, the touchdowns and, you guys, that's all you really probably look at. But Josh Joby has not been getting beat up. Josh Joby is actually a really good young cornerback. And again, I said this last time, we're impatient because we want to win a Super Bowl. But he is not a bad player. He's done very well, if I'm being 100% honest. I mean, you look at, and you're always going to get beat. You have to make mistakes to learn sometimes. And he's gotten beat, definitely. He's gotten beat on some throws. He's gotten beat on some touchdowns. He's gotten beat. But I don't feel like I've seen him get beaten on the same thing twice in a row. So it's hard for me to really sit here and hate on Josh Joby. Josh Joby is not horrible. I don't see what y'all seeing. I'm sorry. I really don't see what y'all seeing. Yes, has he gotten beaten? Definitely. He's gotten beaten, and he's definitely looked like a rookie at times. Or at least a young player, right? He's a second-year player. It is what it is. But first time getting snaps. He looks young. He looks like a young player. It is what it is. But at the same time, I love Eli Ricks. But if you put Eli Ricks in, he's gonna deal with the same thing. He's gonna deal with the same thing. I love Eli Ricks. I really do. I was pounding the table for Eli Ricks to be one of the Eagles selections. I thought he was gonna go in the first round. He had first round talent to me, but he didn't. It is what it is, But at the end of the day, if you put him in, it's going to be the same thing. You're going to see some mistakes. You're going to see some times that he gets beaten. No cornerback is perfect. If y'all want to talk about people getting eaten, let's talk about Darius Slay. Darius Slay has not had a good start to his season, but at the same time, he's played some really good wide receivers. It is what it is. It is what it is. I'd rather have these guys than not. I think Josh Joby down the line will be a very, very good cornerback for us. So, We'll see. We'll see. I really don't see that he's horrible. Again, I see that he has made mistakes, but I do not see him being horrible. Gannon will never trade with Philly because when Philly was in the market for a linebacker, they let Isaiah Simmons go to New York for a 7th rounder when we probably would have gave us. I don't know if we would have, to be 100% honest. I don't know if we would have because Isaiah Simmons is decent, but Isaiah Simmons, he's kind of been all over the place. He's been very inconsistent. And realistically, I don't know if he would have been a better option than Morrow right now. So, I don't know. No, he won't. Eli Ricks was a 5-star recruit. His play is not a problem, bro. It was his off-the-field issues. I can guarantee if Ricks start, he won't. Eli Ricks will make mistakes. Every cornerback makes mistakes. Eli Ricks was a 5-star recruit. There's a lot of 5s. Kaylee Ringo, I believe, was a 5-star recruit. There's a lot of 5-star recruits that aren't necessarily the best thing in the world. Your rating as a recruit, I'm sorry, it has nothing to do with what you can do in the NFL. And I love Eli. Again, I'm going to keep on saying this. Eli Ricks is a dog. I like Eli Ricks a lot. But he is not, I'm not going to say he's not a better option, but just sit there and say that Josh Joby has been terrible is just, I'm sorry. It's just not right. It's just not right. Thank you. Job has not been getting beat. Watch the game again. He's gotten beat. Yes, Job plays bump and run man to man. Yeah, he's up on these guys. I don't know, man. I don't know. How many catches did Job give up against Washington? I believe it was 3. I believe it was like 3 for 37 yards. I could be wrong about that, but I believe it was only 3 for 37 yards. I got to go and double check my numbers, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 3 for 37 yards. You can sprinkle in Job, but otherwise I'm done with him. I would rather see Ricks and their fortune. I don't know, man. Job has not been doing that bad. Job has really not been doing that bad. I don't really know what y'all see. I love y'all to death, but I really don't know what y'all see. We're spending way too much time on Nicholas Morrow. These chats go by so quick. I will tell you that. These shows go by so quick. Another thing I want to talk about, this is something we can all agree on, I think. And we'll keep talking about Job. If you guys want to keep talking about it, we can definitely keep talking about these cornerbacks because I know it's a point of contention. But look, shout out to Philadelphia Eagles Central. They do a good job on Twitter. This was something I found kind of interesting. Now, this is not a knock on any other team. I really don't care what Dak Prescott is responsible for as far as the total team points. I don't care about Sam Howell. I don't care about Daniel Jones. But Jalen Hurts is 41%, almost half of our total team points. And that is impressive to me, especially when you start looking at, the running back situation and how we're running the ball so effectively. And especially at the goal line, right? Jalen Hurts has been everything we've needed this year. And I know that it hasn't been pretty. He has definitely had some tough games, and he hasn't been perfect. But I do think that Jalen Hurts has been exactly what we needed. I really enjoy watching him play. Job is physical, but too small. How tall is Job? Isn't he like 6'1"? Why am I sitting here? Look, Job isn't somebody, I liked him coming out of college. Don't get me right. But don't get me wrong. I want to see how tall he is. He's 5'11". He's not that small. He's not that. 5'11" is not that small. But at the end of the day, I like Josh Job coming out of college. I did. I believe he came out of Bama, if I'm not mistaken. I liked him. And I even, on Best of Enemies, we do a lot of draft talk. And he was a guy that we talked about a lot. I told James to draft him a couple times towards the end of the draft because I thought that he was a guy that could really, he never lived up to his potential in college. That's really what it felt like to me. He never really had that breakout season, but he was good. He was really good. What's going on, PJ? Linda says, problem is not the players, it's the coaching. We're still running prevent defense, giving up the underneath and guard against the big play. Until we change that, it will look like cornerbacks are getting beat. I mean, yeah, some cornerbacks are just getting beat. It is what it is. But you're right. A lot of the coaching, it's not the smartest stuff to do. And I will say this, we are getting killed on crossing routes. We are getting killed, like you said, on the underneath routes. And, that's a scheme thing. That's a scheme problem. But there are definitely some guys just getting they're definitely getting beat. It is what it is. 2000s Ravens Cowboys D is something. Bro, y'all lost to the freaking Cardinals. Right? Bring up a terrible team that the Ravens lost to in 2000. Cowboys fans are so freaking delusional, man. Cooper Kupp plays, you're going to see it. Yes, Cooper Kupp is one of the best wide receivers in the league. I fully expect him to take advantage of whoever is at that cornerback position. That's what I don't get sometimes is how can we sit here and be like, oh, he's going to play Justin Jefferson. He's not going to do well. Nobody's going to do well against Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson is on route to have a historic season. Like you bring up these great wide receivers and be like, oh, he's definitely not going to be good. Bruh, come on. Cowboys for life. Go to sleep, bro. This dude said we back, y'all struggled. We 4-0, dog. We 4-0. We 4-0, dog. Stop it. You guys stop listening to Rome get y'all all hyped up. That's what it is. I wonder where Rome is. Rome don't got no love for me no more. It depends on the time of game he's in there. Slay is overrated. He hasn't had a shutdown game since last year. Then Jefferson cooked him this year. I don't see all the Slay hype. Jefferson is going to cook just about anybody, bro. Like, that is such an unfair bar. That is, like, if the bar is you got to stop the best wide receiver in the league to be a good cornerback, there ain't no good cornerbacks in this league. If Justin Jefferson is the bar, there ain't no good cornerbacks in this league. I'm not sure about Jobs, but I do know defense 101 and line players get your body between the ball and the goal line. Why didn't someone teach him that he was in terrible position? Job is going to make mistakes. I don't know. I feel like we're being a little bit too hard on him. Like, he's still young, man. I get it. We want to see perfection out there, but there's a lot more people that we need to be worried about than Josh Jobe. Terrell Edmonds. Let's talk about Terrell Edmonds. He looked terrible out there, right? Terrell Edmonds looked absolutely ghastly out there. Slay has not been having great games. Again, he has played some very, very good wide receivers, but he hasn't had the greatest of games. James Bradbury, to me, has looked good. I know some people want to say that he hasn't, but he's looked decent to me. Mario Goodrich, the guy everybody told me was supposed to be the starting slot, wasn't even active. Like, let's talk about that stuff. We want to talk about Josh Jobe, who's been decent. Josh Jobe has been decent. Lost to a rocket scientist. Like, yeah, Dobbs. Come on, bro. How Dobbs beat y'all? Oh, there we go. Yeah, you always gonna get hate, Rome. You know I love you though, bro. You know I got nothing but love for you, bro. You know I got.
Sunny.
My bad. Can y'all hear me now? Yeah, my mic went down. My bad. See, y'all getting me mad. But no, what I was trying to say was that y'all probably would have rather struggled versus the Cardinals than to have lost, right? If I would sit here and say, hey, you guys struggled against the Cardinals, you would say, hey, but we won, right? That's exactly what you would say. So shut the hell up. Pigeons are 4-0 because they beat no one. Hey, here we go. Who'd y'all beat? What world beaters did y'all beat? Shut the hell up. Stop defending Joe. I'm gonna keep defending Joe, Mark. I mean, because it makes no sense to be mad about 3 plays. I mean, it just doesn't make no sense to me. Look at the good, look at the bad. Everybody's had bad. Oh, Pats are Super Bowl. Shut the hell up. I'm about to give you like a 30-second timeout. Prepare for a shakedown. Hurts has more passing yards than Dak right now. If Dak's so good, why is y'all coach trying to help keep the ball out of his hands all wait? Exactly. They don't trust him. They don't trust Dak, right? That's the story. I'm just going to ignore Cowboys fans. He's just talking. Edmonds did look terrible. We just need to do better. I'm never off Eagles train, but bad plays got to stop. Exactly. LOL, he talking blasphemy. Can we play one timeout? Let him just talk to himself, bro. Let him just talk to himself. I ain't even mad. He could just talk to himself. I wasn't even going to use this as hate towards Dak or anything like that. But how you only got 24 points of 124 of you, 20% of your offense. But you're supposed to be the best quarterback in the division. Stop it. That boy trash. He just mad. Let him be mad. It is what it is. Another thing I want to talk about, and since Cowboys, whatever fan for life is in here, you could tell us about your rookie of the year, right? Because Mozzie's that dude, right? Mozzie's out here killing it, right? No, he's not. He's not. He's trash. He's garbage. He's not doing shit. So we got a defensive rookie of the year, though, candidate at least, right? Jalen Carter is leading all pass rushers from the rookies class. He has 20 pressures, 16 hurries, a sack and a half, 2 QB hits, and 2 forced fumbles. And you can see me right there with him at the draft. Shout out to him. Look, man, that boy good. That boy good, man. We got ourselves a dog. We got ourselves a dog. I'm hype about this dude. Too much down talk on these young birds. If we think these rookies are coming out of college to make a big splash where you're going to be heartbroken, give them a chance. Exactly. And not just that, he's an undrafted rookie, if I'm not mistaken, right? Come on, bruh. 16th? What do you mean 16th? Sam over Dak. Giants, Jets, Pats, 3 wins combined. Exactly, bro. They will say it to us though, right? When we win a game, we ain't play nobody, but y'all played the best of the best. Apparently, y'all played, world beaters, all Super Bowl contenders. He gonna be sipping on that yak status, but bro, I can't wait for that game. I've said it before. That's a win-win for us. I mean, whether we're the only undefeated team after that game or we have a two-game lead on the Cowboys. Pigeons are gonna get sweep. Cowboys for life really just sitting here talking to himself. It's the cutest thing ever. How cute. I mean, look, at the end of the day, Cowboys, y'all should be happy with the win y'all just got. The Patriots, they definitely made us struggle. We had a hard time with them. You blew them out. I'm proud of you. That's such a cute thing. Hopefully that adds another win. Since you guys won so pretty, I'm sure that you get 2 wins for that, right? That's how it works, right? You get 2 wins, so now you're ahead of us in the stand. Oh, no, that's not how it works. You're just bragging about a regular season win. Congratulations. Yeah, y'all ain't got to time nobody out, bro. Don't time nobody out. He could just keep talking to himself. Last time Cowboys was something, Cops was still putting the light on top of the car. Baywatch was the #1 show, and Dukes of Hazzard was on the last season. Cowboys, knock it off. Facts. It's been a while. What's going on, EC? What's going on? You didn't have time that line. Who's the Cowgirls are scared? Wait, who on the Cowgirls are you scared of besides CD, Pollard, or Parsons? None. Yeah. I mean, and shout out to what's his name? Pollard. Pollard's doing his thing. I can't hate. I was gonna bring this up a little bit later, but we'll bring it up now. The rushing leaders, he's up there. And Bijan Robinson, man, that boy is good. That kid is good, man. But either way, and James Conner got like 300 of those yards against the Cowboys. So, but either way, Tony Pollard is 5th in rushing. He's only 7 behind, #3 spot. So he's really technically like #4. But, the Eagles, DeAndre Swift is at #2 with 364. Christian McCaffrey, obviously, at 459. And we'll talk about that, man. I mean, look, Christian McCaffrey, he is the 49ers to me. If you can stop Christian McCaffrey, I feel like the rest of their offense falls by the wayside. But DeAndre Swift is #2, and he missed a whole game, right? I won't say missed, but he was just not utilized in the first game. So, what he's doing right now has been very, very impressive. Obviously, yesterday, or the last game was the first time that he hasn't gone over 100 yards in his 3 games. So, a very, very impressive showing so far from DeAndre Swift. I know a lot of us probably want to see even more of D Swift. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Cowboys really want to ignore we beat the 3-1 Tampa Bucks, but go off, keep it right. Yeah, exactly. They just going to be mad. It is what it is. I really don't even care. As a diehard Eagles fan, I'm going for the Niners. Honestly, I kind of want the Cowboys to win. And here's the reason. I want the Cowboys to win because when we play them, I want them to be on a hot streak. I want them to be feeling themselves. I want them to be like, oh, yeah, we nasty. Oh, the Dallas Cowboys, we going to the Super Bowl. And then I want to Arizona Cardinals them. I want to beat them and make them I want them to question everything that they thought was true. I want them to sit there and be like, damn, maybe we're not that good. So I want them to win. I want the Cowboys to win. I want the Cowboys to win every single game until they play us. I want them to stay 100% healthy, and I want them to win every single game. So when we play, not only are we undefeated, right, but we go out there and we squash their season as well. Because if they lose this game and then they lose to us, that's 3 games that they're going to be behind. And I can't wait. I can't wait. If Parsons go down that whole Cowboy, well, we ain't gonna talk about that though, because I don't like when you know Eagles or Cowboys fans be like, oh, if Jalen Hurts goes down, if Jalen, you know, let's not talk. I don't want to see nobody go down. I think that we can beat them with Parsons. Parsons has what, half a sack? He has a half a sack more than I do against the Eagles. So I mean, I ain't too worried about him. I really am not. Do you watch Top Billin'? Good dude, an Eagles fan and former college player, does great video. Yeah, I do watch Top Billin'. I want to get him on the show, man. He doesn't really do, you know, collaborations, but I talked to him and he was like, maybe, you know, he'll think about it. He doesn't really go on people's channels. So if you guys watch him, go in his comment sections, flood him, and be like, yo, Philly wants you on. You know, Joe Castro, he's cool. Put in a good word for me, you know what I'm saying? Because I definitely want to talk to him. He's a very, very smart dude. Shout out to Top Billin'. He does some great work. He really does. And yeah, we played New England on the road. They played them at home in a monsoon. Remember, you know, they kept on bringing up how they played in a monsoon. We played in a monsoon too, and a hurricane and a snowstorm and a, you know what I'm saying? And what else? And a tsunami. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Top Billin' is very, very good. The Top Billin' is very, very good. Our pass defense is ranked 27th. Damn, we trash. Yeah, I mean, we haven't played that well, but 4-0 doesn't. I ask you guys, I probably should have put this up as like the poll question, but I don't know if you guys heard what Nick Sirianni said in you know, context of being for. But Nick Sirianni said, I want to know what you guys think about this. Do you guys agree with it? He said that he thinks that they're as good as they can be right now because they're 4-0. I get what they're saying. I got you, I'm forgiven. I get what they're saying, but at the same, yeah, I don't know why my mic keeps going out. My bad. I don't know why my mic keeps going out. But I get what he's saying as far as like, you know, the goal is to be undefeated, right? Every year is to just be undefeated. But I don't know if I love that. Can y'all hear me now? My bad. All right, good. Yeah, I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, I get what he's trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. I get what he's trying to say, but I don't know. I just feel like you got to be a little bit more, hold your players accountable. I'm not saying call them out, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe just being like, hey, listen, we aren't playing the type of football we want to play. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would have took that more so than probably like, yeah, you know, we are as good as we're going to be. Like, nah, I don't think that this, I don't like that. I don't really like that. But let's talk about this, man. So obviously Bradley Roby is now a Philadelphia Eagle. This is from last year. These are his numbers from last year. He has 4 pick sixes in his career. 4 of them. I believe 2 of them with Denver and then 2 of them with the Texans. So he's a guy that can definitely make some plays happen, and I'm excited to see him make some plays for the Philadelphia Eagles. But welcome to Philly, Bradley. 10 starts, 36 tackles, 5 pass breakups, and he played 306 of his snaps in the slot. So that's a big deal. That's something that I think the Eagles looked at and were like, all right, he can definitely help us, because that's huge. You say Cowboys for life. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he is trying to hack my stream. Maybe he is. I believe the Eagles are staying humble with the wins, with the way they are playing, even though they are winning. I would hate to just dominate and get humbled like the Cowboys. Yeah, I mean, I want to just see. I just want to see us get better, man. And, you know, every game I want to see it improve. I feel like we took a step back defensively last game, but offensively we looked a lot better than we have in a lot of games, in my opinion. So, I mean, you know, just keep on going forward. And, you know, this is, hopefully this move gives you a little bit more flexibility. So, yeah, you know, great signing. Bradbury could go back outside. That's most likely what's going to happen. Roby did get signed to the practice squad. We'll see if he'll be ready. I mean, I doubt that he's going to stay on that practice squad. A lot of veteran players are going this route where they'll sign to the practice squad in hopes of being activated. It might not be this week. It might be next week, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's this week. You know, he played with Justin Evans, so maybe Justin Evans can kind of walk him through what's going on, walk him through what, we do in Philadelphia, kind of the playbook, talk to him about that. I'm sure he's going to have a little bit of a leg up because he does know a couple of these guys. But at the very least, I think he'll be activated next week. But I wouldn't be surprised to see him activated this week. And even when he is activated, I wouldn't be surprised to see James Bradbury staying on the inside for some plays. It really comes down to what you like, what your best lineups are, and we'll see what happens. But I like this signing. I do. To answer the question, which the poll question today is Bradley Roby enough? So far, we got 60 votes. 62% of you guys are saying no. 38% of you guys saying yes. I agree. I'm gonna be real. I agree. I do think that it's not enough. I think that you need a safety, maybe maybe a coverage linebacker if you can find one out there. I doubt that you're gonna find one, but I would say you definitely need a safety. You definitely need a safety that can come down into the box, even if it's just a third guy. Even if it's like you sign somebody like a Kevin Byard that can stay up top, and then you take a Sidney Brown and move him down into the box, or if you can get a Budda Baker, move him into the box and move him into the slot. Sometimes Sidney Brown played a lot of snaps in the slot, so there's a lot of guys that I feel like you can kind of utilize in that sense. So it'll be interesting to see if they do. Shout out to everybody in the chat so far. We got 50 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. But Bradley Roby is a guy I can see definitely helping this team out. Now, is he a guy that makes the hugest difference? Again, I don't think so. I don't think that he's gonna be it. He can't be it, in my opinion. But a little bit more in depth on what he was able to do. 63 targets, 34 receptions were given up last year, 409 yards given up, 54% completion rate when targeted, and he allowed 1 touchdown last year and a 79.4 QBR. And look, he's not a bad player. He's not an amazing player. He's not the best player in the world. He's not a guy, like I said, that's going to change the outcome of your defense or the, outlay of your defense. But he is a guy that's going to come in and automatically give you that veteran presence, automatically give you that help that I think we were desperately kind of searching for. So I'm happy about having him here. But again, I don't think that he is the final answer. I can't see him being the final answer. How about Chin? I mean, if Chin's even available, I wouldn't be mad at that. Our GM is always on the phone. That's a fact. That is a fact. Refs tripping this year. You ain't lying. You are not lying. What did Linda say? Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I read that. EC said, I like the signing. My question is, does the sigh? I mean, he probably does. He probably had a saying in this. Play aggressive. We're not using our players on their strengths. Our defense should be eating. We have talented players everywhere on defense. I agree. And look, this is obviously Desai's first year. He's been a defensive coordinator for us for what now? 4 games. So I mean, it could be something that he's getting used to his players as well. I just need to see it get better. They took a big step back last week. Or this week, I should say. The past couple of games wasn't horrible. It wasn't great. You were giving up a lot of yards, but you weren't necessarily letting people score all over you. So this last week against Washington was not what I want to see. So hopefully they fix what needs to be fixed, and we keep it moving. Brian Johnson needs to do a better job. He has hurt with one of the worst statistics this season outside the pocket. That's a cause for concern. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know if that's on Brian Johnson, to be honest with you. That might be on Jalen Hurts. That might be on these wide receivers. I would have to really look more in depth before I blame that on Brian Johnson. But there's a lot that Brian Johnson definitely needs to get better at. I ain't going to, abstain him from any blame. But I think the outside of the pocket thing is a little bit more on Hurts. Him just running out of bounds, him throwing the ball away a little bit more this year. And not, really wanting to run as much as he has. Desai gave Howell 84.6 QBR, 245 passing yards. Yeah, not good. Honestly, though, 245 passing yards doesn't feel like that much. Especially for as many times as they threw the ball, right? Like, I felt like he was kind of gashing us, and then you look at 245, and it's like, it's not terrible. I don't expect him to play this week, but if you put James Bradberry back to his original spot, I'm all for it. Josh Jobe getting target a lot. I mean, he is, but at the same time, and I know nobody wants this. I know nobody actually wants this, but you're getting some reps for your young guys. I mean, Josh Jobe could be ready to be a starter next year, you know, and then you have some leeway on what you want to do. I know it's a tough time right now to get people reps. My mic is pissing me off. But what if something happens, God forbid, right? You know, in the playoffs, you want these guys ready to go in. And if something happens in the playoffs with Josh Jobe having these amount of snaps under his belt, I feel confident in him going in. Now, again, will he make mistakes? Will he get gashed? Yeah, there's going to be plays that he's not going to look great, but there's going to be plays that I feel like he'll hold his own. So I'm not too worried about it. You know, to Desert Eagle, what's going on, Desert Eagle, first of all? But to his point, he has gotten targeted a lot. His numbers could be way worse. Way worse. So, you know, it is what it is. I want to look. Hold on. Let me look at something real quick because I want to see. I want to see if I could pull up what he's been targeted this year so far. Which I know I can. I just need to find it. All right, so far this year, he's been targeted 20. Let's talk, okay? He's been targeted 21 times, 11 completions. So that's 52.4% completion rate. 132 yards he's given up. That's 6.3 yards per target, and he's given up 1 touchdown. He has given up an 87.8 rating QBR. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. And he's only missed 1 tackle. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. I'm sorry. That is not bad. Let me look at Darius Slay. And it's not to hate on Darius Slay, but to just give it a little bit of context, right? Because I feel like sometimes context is lost. So far this year, Slay has been targeted 30 times, and he's given up 21 completions. That's 70% completion rate, 231 yards, 7.7 yards per target, 2 touchdowns, and he's given up 100.8 QBR. And he's missed 2 tackles. So, I mean, look, again, and not to hate on Darius Slay, but we can't talk about Josh Jobe without talking about the other guys. Josh Jobe has not looked that bad. He has really not looked that bad. Byron Jones, I'm all set on Byron Jones. It's funny, though, because Byron Jones, he's from Connecticut. I'm from Connecticut. But, yeah, I'm good on Byron Jones. I think he's cooked. Yeah, my mic is starting to piss me off. I don't know why it keeps cutting out. Do you think Desai will identify who we are as a defense before week 8 and finally anchor some aggressiveness with the guys? I'm hoping so. I think he's going to do whatever works. If you know, this starts to work against other teams, I don't think he'll change much. But I think if we continue to not get the pressure, that's where it is. That's really where it is. If we're not getting pressure with our front four, he has to be more aggressive in getting that pressure. And that's what it comes down to. New Haven. Oh shit. I lived in New Britain. I lived in Hartford. Shout out to Connecticut. Shout out to the 203. What's good at Philly 2 times? I'm late, bro. You good, bro? You good? I know this is early. Call that man Darius. Nah, it's big play Slay gonna get it together. I ain't worried about it. It was not to hate on Darius Slay. It was to realistically put in context that Jobe is not the, you know, he's really not. That's a lot. So, I mean, Oh, Bridgeport, Connecticut in the building? Okay. What's my opinion on Sidney Brown? We got to see more out of him. Once we see a little bit more out of him, then I'll have a better, how serious is the Justin Evans injury? I haven't heard anything as far as it being a long-term thing, so I'm assuming we'll see him practice this week. We should get the answer today. They practice at 2:45, so we'll get the answer today. Yeah, I know my mic just keeps cutting out. It's pissing me off. Chicken Little and Ugly Duck. That's it. Funny thing, my roommates ate B-days and mine all three fall in line. Husbands this month, his wife next month, mine December. Hey, Slay usually goes up against the best wide receivers on the other team. Yeah, I mean, look, he's had some bad games. I do have an XLR cable. I just got to actually set it up. I'm being, I try to do the easy route. Because I have a MacBook, so it's a little annoying because you have to actually do a bunch of stuff to it. When Desai comes back, or when Dean comes back, should he get his job from Morrow? We talked about that earlier. I don't know. It's going to be a tough decision. It really is going to be a tough decision. My dog is named Nakobe, so I feel bad for him. He's sitting here laying down, chilling. He wants his stomach rubbed. Y'all can see him. But, it's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough because... Yeah, I know the XLR cable is good. It's just I got to actually set everything up. It's going to be tough if I think Nakobe Dean definitely deserves to go in there and have snaps. I don't know how many, and that's the question you got to answer. Yeah, Terry always gets Slay. I ain't going to lie. Terry's always getting Slay. What kind of dog do I have? A Shiba Inu. Come here. You not gonna be on TV? Come here. He wants to just be he just wants to be petted right now. I'm trying to put him on the thing, but he don't want to. Oh, I want to go to the Eagles game in Dallas. I definitely would. Yeah, that's cool. I'm trying to get there though. If not, I got a beautiful living room and I only have to buy beer and food one time. Plus the bathroom is closed. Yeah. Beer nowadays, drinks nowadays in general, you see them. Now you don't want to deal with me no more. Drinks nowadays, it was $26 for a cocktail at that Tampa Bay game. I felt so bad buying I ain't gonna lie, I felt so bad buying beer. I texted my girl I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I got to. Yeah, that's cool. I'm trying to get that. What's going on, Miss Ash? What's going on? Dean can sit his butt down for now. You hear that, Dean? Nakobe, you got to sit down. Dope. Damn, fam. Is that an Eagles couch? Yeah. That number is skewed to me with Morrow. Anybody would eat behind this D line. Yeah, I think a lot of players would. You still have to be able to read and react. Yeah, Joe, we need to hook up, man. Let me know. We need to have an Eagles fans meet up. Where do you live? I own billions on Shiba. Who's the next player will you interview on your podcast? You guys tell me. Who should I reach out to? Maybe I'll reach out to Bradley Roby. Yeah, I ended up buying beer. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't buy no cocktail. I bought a beer, but it was still like $17. I think it was $18. $18 for a Blue Moon. Buenos dias, mi hermano. Desai is going to be tested early and often. Donald will keep the offensive line busy, especially Mailata, who's been inconsistent as hell. Mailata has been kind of inconsistent, but I think he'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. I'm a little bit worried about Sua Peta, but, reach out to Josh Jobe. I will. I'll reach out to Josh Jobe. Yeah, Terry sometimes get slight, but Terry is also a lot of the cornerbacks, and slight, but Terry is also a lot of the cornerbacks, and I ain't talking about no Mickey Mouse cornerbacks. Yeah, so look, Terry McLaurin's definitely beat up on a lot of good players. I had to see him for years in OSU, so I hate and love the guy, Shout out to Drew Johnson, man, getting his membership for 25 months. My man gonna be a lifer. He gonna be a lifer. I respect it. Shout out to Devontae Jones with the $5 super chat. Emmanuel Forbes deleted his Twitter account after the A.J. Brown baptism. damn. I like Emmanuel Forbes. Emmanuel Forbes coming out of college was definitely good. I liked him. I ain't gonna lie, but yeah, he got worked. And you know, I think it comes down to that we heard the talk. You know, you can't call out one of our players and not expect to get, you know, shown what happens when you call one of our players out. Simple as that. Reach out to Jason Kelsey. I would love to get Jason Kelsey on here. Okay, let's talk about who is guarding the kid. Lapuka Nuka, the slot receiver, the Rams. He's second in receiving yards behind Justin Jefferson. Yeah, I mean, he's got speed. He's twitchy. That's going to be very tough. I don't know where he plays most of his snaps, if he's like a slot guy, if he's an outside guy. The highlights I see is of him being on the outside. But, I mean, you got to, I'm hoping that James Bradbury, just because Darius Slay hasn't been going crazy, but I don't know if James Bradbury is quick enough to really, you know, hold him down. It comes down to, you're going to have to bracket. You're going to have to, you know, have a cornerback on him and have a safety keeping his eye on him. So hopefully we have Justin Evans back, because I don't trust Terrell Edmonds to do that. But yeah, it's going to be a joint effort. I really think it comes down to your cornerback and your safeties just being in tune. JB needs to get out of the slot, in my opinion. JB's done very good. James Bradbury's done very good in the slot. So, I mean, I'm not mad at him in the slot, but I mean, I would rather him be on the outside. I think that if you can get somebody that's good in the slot, you can put your best players in their best positions. I'm cool with that. Red Who, DeAndre Swift blocking. DeAndre Swift, yeah, I don't know why he's not our number one option when it comes to blocking. Apparently, for some reason, Kenny Gainwell is the better option for them. But yeah, it's a little bit worrisome that he's our best option. Yeah, before last game. Last game, he was definitely inconsistent, but he has been a bit inconsistent. Jordan Mailata got beat up in the first game. Between him and Lane Johnson, they gave up 10 pressures, I believe it was. So Jordan Mailata has been a little bit inconsistent. No, not the Blue Moon for $18, a $12 of Bud Light and $2 of gas, buddy. We make it stretch down here in Dallas. Yeah, no, $18 for a Blue Moon, bro. Bud Lights were like $15, so I was like, I'd rather pay the extra $3 or $4. What's going on, NFL Reality Check? What's going on, Remo? I love Kelsey, but there's probably no question he has been asked 50 times with the amount of media he gets, rightfully. So yeah, I doubt that he would ever come on here. But hey, if he wants to, there's always an open seat. There's always an open seat. He can sit right here on my Eagles couch. You know what I'm saying? Right, N'Kobe's gonna be right between us, but he can sit right here. It's all good. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I love y'all. We got 60 people in the chat. Be sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. Can someone tell me where the fuck Penny is? He's chilling. Penny is chilling. Because Swift can't block, that's why Gainwell is in more. Yeah, I know, but it just doesn't make sense to me. It's just like, bruh, DeAndre Swift has all the tools to. All right, this mic is pissing me off, bro. I'm just gonna have to bite the bullet and get the XLR cable set up. This is the first time this has done it this much, though. But yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, let's get this to 50 likes. We got 55 people in here, and we only got 36 likes. So I appreciate that. USB is definitely taking the L. I don't know why it's doing this, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna have to make the change. Who else we got in here? We got Drew in here. What's going on? What's going on? David said, man, I love that you've been back to doing these live streams, bro. It's nice to have something to listen to when I'm at work. Keep working, bro. Oh, you already know. Yeah, these are fun, man. I got to get back into making the videos as well. But, you know, for now, this just works out perfectly. I'm trained. So I work a lot of different jobs. It is what it is. You know, but I'm training. I used to be like a full-time chef and everything, but right now I'm training to be a hibachi cook, you know, so like doing the Kobe, you know. So I've been doing that during nights, and you know, I've been really tired lately, I ain't gonna lie, But this just works out because it's at 10. I can wake up. I can get, life going. And then, we can do this and have fun. Oh, no, not Waco with nothing. I heard they building it up, though. Oh, Waco, Texas. How about Thomas Mott and Josh Davis in a collaboration? You got to cop a new mic, bro. It's not the mic. It's the damn cord. This mic is a good mic. I just got to set it up with the XLR. I don't know why the cord is being a B word. But yeah, Josh Davis, that's my dog. Thomas Mott, that's my dog. I've done some shows with Josh Davis, so I'll talk to them, man, and we'll see what we can get going. We'll definitely see what we can get going. But other than that, man, listen, I'm about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. How many people we got in here? We got 55 beautiful souls. We got 55. You don't have a hand, Joe. We got 55 beautiful souls. Yeah, it's being a B word. And my dog just bit me. Just drop kick the shit out of my dog. But yeah, please hit that like, hit that subscribe, guys. We got 45 likes, so I only need 5 more to hit 50. I'd really, really appreciate it. But other than that, man, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it's going to be. It's Fly Eagles Fly, and we are out here. Say it with me if y'all feeling good. If we going to win, say it with me. Peace!
Everywhere, this is for you.
Fly Eagles flying on the team. Touchdown. Time to get Jalen this ring. You don't really want to start a thing. This a bird gang nation, baby. It's a Philly thing. Hater, and you looking like you type trash. I'm just here cool